Tactical Tuesday, Dad. Here we are, working. You've got your fancy work attire on. You've been doing this now, how many years now?
Going on 50.
Almost 50 years in, and some things have never changed.
Market goes up, market goes down. Real estate agents make more money when the market goes down because people need us.
How important is specializing?
It is the number one thing that an agent should do because every house is different, every area is different, every town is hyper-local. If you take something like the Barrier Islands, they're all pretty similar, but they're also unique.
Look right here. So we're right now in one of our beach communities. This is actually Madeira Beach that we're in right now. And if you just kind of scan around here, you're going to see some major differences, right?
Yeah, well, go in here because you got 137th Avenue Circle with all new houses. You have tear downs.
So I know personally people tried these little houses right here for $1 million, $1.5 million. No way the sellers would sell.
Look at the little white one.
Right, then you look at the little white one, you see the kind of the changing tides, if you will, of a town. It doesn't get any more simplified or visual than this. All right, so the advice is what?
Specialize. We call it niche marketing.
Okay.
I don't think people really believe in farming, as we used to call it, but niche marketing is the same thing. With technology now, niche marketing could be the type of technology that you're using to get to your niche.
Talk about micro markets and targeting. So right here you see a few different canals, and you've got southern exposure, northern exposure, eastern exposure, western exposure. You've got older seawalls, you've got newer seawalls, you've got lower levels, you've got different places that kind of will bring on some water and floods and things that won't, and streets that will and streets that won't. And the knowledge is sick. And it's really impossible to just have it. So you can't just swallow a pill and say, here's your market knowledge. You got to do it. So different style Tactical Tuesday for you today. Obviously sitting on the boat here with Dad Beggins, Jim Beggins, cruising around talking about niche marketing, micro marketing, farming, whatever you want to call it. And the short story is pick something and get damn good at it. Would you say?
Yeah, how would you get good at it?
You've got to first decide, because here's the problem. Everything works. And if you get caught in that trap, like I'd say 99% of the real estate agents get caught in. You do an open house this weekend, you find a FSBO next week, and you get a referral the next week or the next month, and this, that. You've got 7, 8, 10, 12, 20 deals done a year, and they're from 7, 8, 10, 12, 20 different sources. You have no business. You might be doing deals, but you've got no real business going on. So if you pick a niche and you pick a focus and you pick an area and say, this is my world. We choose this as our world for a lot of different reasons. And number one is because it's very complex, but it's extremely simple once you figure out the complexities. But there's no way to figure out the complexities on 20 different markets. You can pick them in one really good one, and where you know the mayors, you know the commissioners, you know the code enforcement guys, You know the building zones. You know which seawalls you can. You know which streets flood. You know which schools are good. You know where the cutoff from the different zoning maps are. You know what the different things are. It's impossible to be really good at everything. So that's the main message now is as we're rolling into business planning time for 2019, are you tired of doing deals and actually ready to start a business? And that's the question that we have for you. And if you're ready to start a business, figure out which market you're going to participate in and draw a line in the sand, step over it, and never look back. It is your market, depending on whatever niche it is. It could be, I'm going to be a crack house specialist in the middle of the ghetto and be damn good at it and do a few hundred deals there. You'll do well. Or you're going to do a few beautiful multi-million-dollar beach houses. That's sweet too. Or you're going to hit the normal 250 market, or it's in a bam, bam, bam. You're going to hit condos, you're going to hit condo hotels, you're going to hit motels, you're going to hit apartments, you're going to hit whatever. But don't hit them all. Pick one and be damn good at it.
But if you pick one market, just in the last 2 minutes of you talking, we have been through about 20 different markets within this one market. We got condos, we got condo hotels, we got apartment buildings, we got houses on the ground, we got two-story houses, we got multi-million-dollar houses, and we have $230,000 houses, all in one market.
And I would argue you can't be good at all of those. Just because you say one market doesn't mean one geographical area. That means one market. So one market could be these little apartment rentals right here because they have a 3-week minimum or a 2-week minimum or short-term rental minimum or long-term rental minimums, or there's so many sub-markets inside of a market. That's a great point. So not geographically targeted, just pick an area of specialty. You know, the best correlation we had is if you go to your general practitioner and you say your ankle hurts, you better run like hell if he tries to work on your ankle. You want him to send you to what?
The ankle specialist.
Ankle specialist. So stop being a general practitioner pretending you're a specialist. You're not. Who gets paid more, the general practitioner or the specialist?
Always the specialist.
Right? So be the specialist that people come to and seek out and fly across the world to go see. And it's not that hard. It's just get there and be good and learn it and take your time and practice and educate yourself just like any specialist does. If you really want a business, if you really want a business that pays well, stop just doing deals and create a business.